Hi guys, so I am now 23 weeks pregnant with my twin girls, and I'm actually doing a 2-for-1 vlog this week again. I'm doing 22 and 23 weeks because last week with Christmas and everything it got really hectic. So last week with my 22 week we had another appointment with the high-risk OB, which is called a periodontologist. I saw her last month and the girls were measuring, they were measuring fine, but Leah was measuring a little bit smaller than her sister. So last month Ava was measuring 12 ounces and Leah was measuring 9 ounces. So she just wanted to kind of look again and see if Leah had caught up or how it was going to be. So we went back to her and she said that the girls looked amazing. She was really funny. She gave the girls like an A+ because she said they looked really good, their fluid level, everything. And can you believe it, in just a month's time, Ava went from 12 ounces to 1 pound 7 ounces. And Leah went from 9 ounces to 1 pound 3 ounces. So she's still about 4 ounces smaller than her sister, but other than that, everything is fine. She's looking great. Both of them are looking really good, and they're moving around a whole lot. They're kicking me so much, and I love it. I love every little kick. It's so funny. And then now even I'm able to see their kicks. And of course, I tried to videotape it, and they stopped. So I'm going to have to catch them one time with my belly moving all over the place. So it's really cool. And then I had another doctor's appointment with my regular OB yesterday. And he said, everything looked good. The girls' heartbeats were really great. But the thing is that I'm just not feeling very good. The girls look great, but I'm not doing so good. To be honest with you, I didn't know that, just putting one more baby in there would make it so much harder. I was always under the assumption that it would be like a piece of cake, just 2 babies, whatever. It's hard. I don't know how these women do it that carry the litters and stuff, because 6 babies in there, I don't even know. I couldn't even handle that, because the 2, it's so hard. It's so draining, I was telling him before that I was getting really lightheaded and dizzy and everything, but now it's actually getting worse. And so he said that he was a bit concerned that maybe I was anemic, so I went and had blood work done, and it came back fine. So basically it's just the twin thing. He said, just realize that you have 2 people in there, and they're draining a lot from you. And that's really how it is. They're draining me. I was trying to go shopping, and I get really lightheaded, and then I went to church for the Christmas Eve, I can't even talk, the Christmas Eve service or whatever, and we're holding candles, and I've done this year after year, and it's not that, it's not straining. We're just standing, and I told Michael, my husband, I said, I'm gonna pass out. Everything was zooming in on me, and it's such an awful feeling. So I'm hoping that doesn't last forever, that it gets worse, because it's pretty yucky. But other than that, things are going good. I was a little bit worried because I've kind of started cramping again, and the high-risk OB said that she kind of wanted to keep an eye on me and on my cervix. So she said that from now on they'll be doing cervix checks to make sure that it's not thinning or anything, because she says with twin pregnancies this is kind of the time to catch it for preterm labor. That's kind of scary when they start talking about stuff like that. So hopefully the girls stay in for a lot longer. I feel a lot better that I'm almost 24 weeks, because 24 weeks is considered viable, and they have a chance of survival, but they're still really small, and they need a lot of help, and they're in the hospital for a really long time. So we want them to stay in. We want them to stay in there. They still have a lot of time to cook. But other than that, things are going good. Like I said, they've just been moving a lot. They're kicking, and they're kind of in their same positions. Leah is the little one, and she's transverse, so she's sideways at the top of my belly here, and she's always been there. That's her spot, and she's not giving it up. And then Ava, they're head to head. So then Ava is still breech, but she's kind of diagonal now. So I guess Ava thinks that she needs all the room in there, because I feel her all over the place. So it's really funny. But I asked my OB, I said, so at what point should we be seeing if they're going to be changing position? Because of course, if I can, I'd like to have them vaginally, and but of course, if they don't cooperate or anything goes wrong, I know a C-section is going to be the best bet. But first choice is a vag. So he said, you know what, with twins, we don't know up until like the very last minute. And he said, but with singleton pregnancies where you just have one baby, he says usually if they're in position by 35 weeks, they stay in that position. And so I thought that was really interesting. He said because he says twins tend to still do flip-flops like throughout the end of the pregnancy. And I was like, really? I thought that having them so, they don't have as much room. You would think that they wouldn't be able to move as much. But he says that they do. They move so much more. So that was kind of a new thing. So I guess I won't know up until the very end what kind of delivery I'm going to have. I'm such a planner, so I really wish that they would give me kind of a clue. But we'll see. Like if they decide just to stay in the position they are in, then that means I'm definitely having a C-section. So, I work in postpartum, so I see both sides. And C-sections aren't awful. It's just not my first choice. I'd really like to have that more of like a bonding. I feel like with C-section, you're strained down, and you can't see everything, and I want to like see them coming out. I want all of that. So we'll see. I got quite a few weeks before we see about that. So other than that, I think that's about it. It's kind of boring a couple weeks. Just a lightheadedness. Not so much nausea anymore. Smells still bother me. But it was fun at Christmas because my husband and I were thinking that, wow, this is like our last Christmas as just the two of us. We've been together for almost 11 years, and it's like it's always just been the two of us. And it's like next year we're gonna have crawlers, two little girls getting into the Christmas tree and everything, and that'll be a lot of fun. But also, like on a sad note, December 20th was really kind of hard for us because that was actually our due date for our first baby that we miscarried. So that was kind of a hard day for me. Kind of hard because you feel like everybody's kind of like moved on, but me and my husband, which I guess is okay. I mean, that baby meant a lot to us. For me, it was our first. So yeah, that was kind of sad that we should have had a newborn at Christmas time, but it's okay. I have these two girls now, so the healing is still there. It's still kind of fresh, so it's still very painful. But anyways, I'll show you guys my belly, and you see how big I'm getting. I feel like a whale. I just appreciate all of your nice comments and everything like that. It really kind of helps me keep going and all of that. So, all right, let me show you my belly because I have nothing else to say. Let's see if you can see it. Can you see it? Maybe I should move it back a little bit more. There's the big old belly. It's like you can see like Leah up here. Like this is all Leah right here. Alright, see you guys next week.